If just like me you're wondering how well the LeEco Coolpad Cool1 is performing versus the Xiaomi Redmi Pro, you came to the right place. Hey, what is up guys, it's Christophe from Visible Banking. This is gonna be an exciting video. It's a speed test comparison between the LeEco Coolpad Cool1 and the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. If you're already familiar with my channel, and by the way, please subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet, you'll know that this video won't be technical. I'm not interested in jargon, in a lot of specs. What I'm interested in is to share my own experience with those devices. Those two devices have been released recently in China. I'm a lucky owner of both of them, and they both offer a lot of value for your money. So my unit here is the Cool1 SnapDragon 652, like the other Cool1 models anyway, but that one comes with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. And bear in mind that there's no memory expansion by SD card. And here it's the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. It's the Helio X25 model, and it comes with 3 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. So I know how popular those speed test videos are. I personally think that it doesn't necessarily reflect how a device is performing, and one of the biggest issues as well of doing those tests simultaneously like that, it's that both devices will access the same Wi-Fi router and the same broadband access. So here it's a good broadband we have, goodish. It's roughly 40 megs per second, so it's fast, but again, that might impact still the performance of both devices when they're used at the same time. Okay, so today I'd like to test 3 things. One is booting time. Second is apps and app/RAM management. And third is the fingerprint scanner. Okay, so let's boot those two devices. So the power button is on the right hand side. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the Xiaomi Redmi Pro was the first one to vibrate. And on the left hand side, you see the LeEco Coolpad Cool1 is booting up. The Xiaomi Redmi Pro is quite slow to boot up, so I would expect the new Cool1 to do better. Here we go. So much faster than the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. Let's wait again. This is super slow, yeah, I told you. While we wait, I wanted to say that the Xiaomi Redmi Pro has been upgraded like a few days ago with the MIUI 8, so the latest version based on Marshmallow of the operating system from Xiaomi. And today, like just 2-3 hours ago, I received already an update for EUI, so the OS on the LeEco devices, so that's version 5.6 if I'm correct. So they're both with the latest OS upgrade and version. Okay, so booting, the clear winner, the LeEco Coolpad Cool1. Now, just before we start with the apps and the app management section of the video, let me show you the settings on both phones. So as you can see here, the brightness is at 100%. I deactivated the adaptive brightness feature. Here it's on airplane mode and the Wi-Fi is activated. You see the tasks here. I make sure that it's totally empty, right? There's nothing else here but the home page. Now, just to show you the battery saving management features, if I click here, you see that none of the saving features are activated. And now the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. So again, screen brightness 100%, deactivated the adaptive brightness feature. It's on airplane mode, and just the Wi-Fi is set on and you see here the performance mode is on. Contrary to the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 Pro, there is a performance mode on this device, so I activated it, so it can't be any faster than that. And I also deactivated Xiaomi's sophisticated background restriction features to save some battery. So again, this device should be as good as it gets in terms of performance management and RAM management with apps. Okay, so again, just for you to be totally confident that there's nothing in the background. So this is how I set up my devices now to be consistent during those speed test and comparison videos. I'm using Nova Launcher. I hope you like it. Please don't hate me if you dislike it. It works for me. And so I've got my home page, but I create that page, and on that page, those are the apps I'm going to use to conduct the speed test comparison. Again, there's no one truth. I know some people would like different apps. There's so many vloggers on YouTube using so many different apps, so many different ways to do the speed test videos. Please bear with me. I still hope you'll find it useful. This is what I do. If you've got any suggestions, of course, please feel free to leave a comment below. Yeah. So now we're going to check those apps. We're going to open them at the same time, as often as possible. And during the second round, we're going to test the RAM management on both devices. Again, I insist, there's no battery saving features running at the moment on neither of those devices. Yeah. So let's start with simple apps, system apps, and the clock. It's pretty much a tie. Down the calculator, maybe slightly faster on the Cool1, slightly. Then the camera, I think again slightly faster on the Cool1. Then settings, it's a tie, again barely marginally faster on the Cool1, I think. Now, some apps I love and I use like countless times every day. Happy Geek, great to be kept aware of the latest news in technology. Interesting. I think the Xiaomi Redmi Pro was faster. You see, it's all there. Now we've got IMDb. I love movies and TV shows, especially in the US. It seems like, yes, the Cool1 is much faster than the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. YouTube, I love YouTube, you might have realized that already. Again, it seems like the SnapDragon 652 is doing much better than the Helio X25. Again, they both have 3 gigs of RAM. Chrome, I'm going to open it up, and again later I'm going to do some tests of web browsing. So it seems like the Xiaomi Redmi Pro opened it faster, but in terms of displaying everything, again the Snapdragon 652, the Cool1 was faster. And now a bit of social, so with Twitter. Again, I think that it's a tie, but maybe the Snapdragon 652 was slightly faster. Now we've got Amazon, .co.uk. I guess I should have deactivated the function here. That's probably a tie-ish. Then 2 games, Asphalt 8. Seems like the Snapdragon 652 might be marginally faster again. Let's see in a second. Yes, again, very marginally, but slightly faster. And Temple Run 2. There is a feature on the Xiaomi Redmi Pro Xiaomi devices where you can deactivate the buttons when you're playing, so that's what you saw very quickly at the bottom of the screen. It's quite neat. Okay, so here the Xiaomi Redmi Pro, so the Helio X25 was faster than the SnapDragon 652. Okay, so that was the first round. Let's leave that. Now let's go for a second round, just to see how well those devices are dealing with RAM management. If I go back here, the very beginning, remember, had the clock. So they both had to reload it. Again, there's no battery saving assistance, there's nothing on those devices, so I can't see why they would have to reload those apps. But now we've got the calculator. I think that was still in RAM and available, and the Xiaomi Redmi Pro had to reload it. Now the camera. They both had to reload it. Okay, settings. Seems like the LeEco Coolpad Cool1 had to reload it, but that was available on the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. Now Happy Geek. They both had to reload it, and this time around the Xiaomi Redmi Pro is much faster than the Snapdragon 652 on the Cool1. IMDb. Again, they both had to reload it, and this time the Coolpad Cool1, sorry, is faster. It's a tight race, my friends. Then we've got YouTube. Both had to reload it, but the Xiaomi Redmi Pro slightly faster. Google. Okay, Google was there. Not doing much, but still, I was there. Sorry, guys. Okay. Then on Twitter, both had to reload it faster on the LeEco Cool1. Amazon. Much faster on the Snapdragon 652. And now two games. Asphalt 8. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what's gonna happen there? Oh, what a surprise, they're both reloading. Who's gonna be the fastest? Please note again, the Xiaomi Redmi Pro is on performance mode, yeah? So I thought that would have impacted as well RAM management, but obviously not. It's almost a tie, slightly faster on the Cool1. And last but not least, Temple Run 2. Okay. I think they were both there. Slight hesitation on the Xiaomi Redmi Pro, but I would say it's a tie. So I didn't see a clear winner. They're both doing rather well, but in terms of RAM management, for some reason, they both have to reload most of those apps. So to be continued. Now I'd like to test the browsing experience on those devices using Chrome. So 1, 2, 3. Chrome is still there. So let's try, for instance, IMDb, right? And press okay. IMDb is loading. Slightly faster, possibly on the Cool1, but it's not like that incredibly faster. You see the difference in terms of screen quality as well, and the brightness, because this is an OLED screen and this is LCD. I've got nothing against LCD screens, I like them by the way, but the build quality of the Xiaomi Redmi Pro is much better, than the Cool 1. Having said that, I think the Cool 1 is a great package. The battery is fantastic, the camera is excellent, and it's much cheaper than the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. Of course, in the future, it would be great to compare that one with the brand new Xiaomi Redmi Note 4. But to do that, I'm waiting for the Snapdragon 652 version to be able to compare it properly against the Coolpad Cool1. So please bear with me. That was IMDb. Now let's do what? BBC. Simple search. I'm not sure what happened on the Xiaomi Redmi Pro here. BBC Home. Okay. So it seems like the browsing experience is faster on the Cool 1. You can see here. Let's go back there. Click on that article. It seems much faster on the SnapDragon 652 powered device on the left. Okay, so that concludes our test of apps, RAM management, and browsing experience. So now let's try out the fingerprint scanner on those devices. A few differences. On the Cool 1, the fingerprint scanner is on the back of the device, which I found great, basically. I got used to use a fingerprint scanner on the back, thanks namely to my Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 Pro, which is here, which will help us check again how well we're doing with touching that fingerprint scanner. And the Xiaomi Redmi Pro, this time around, Xiaomi decided again to remove it from the back. They couldn't do both, put those two sensors here and fingerprint scanner, so they decided to put it more traditionally on the front of the device, like an Apple phone or like a Samsung or many other devices, HTC and so on and so forth. So it's here, right? Okay, so we all set. So as you can see here, this is where I need to press to switch it on. So you should see that on my Redmi Note 3 Pro there. And then here, I just need to press the button. So a bit like on the Samsung Galaxy S7, for instance, here you need to click on the button to switch it on, right? If I click first there to activate that menu, that screen, I can just touch it, I don't have to press. But if you want to do everything from this mode, so sleep mode, you have to do it, you have to press. Some people don't like that. It doesn't really bother me, but again, I got used to a fingerprint scanner on the back where you don't have to press as well. You just touch it, and this is what happens. 1, 2, 3. Pretty much the same, but if that one is already on the lock screen though, it should be faster. Yeah, this is faster. Okay, again from scratch. Okay, so this seems faster, but because you have to click first, it's going to take slightly longer than on the Coolpad Cool1. They're both very accurate. Yeah? So there you have it. What do you think of those devices? If I had to pick a winner, I'll probably pick the Coolpad Cool1, simply because it boots much faster. In terms of apps and RAM management, it seems like it's slightly better. It's almost neck and neck, but slightly better. In terms of web browsing, it seems like much faster in terms of loading the web pages, which is important to me. I browse the web a lot. And in terms of fingerprint scanner, I find it more convenient there, but again, this is just for a speed test. It's not in terms of the overall package. I think both cameras setups are very good. The Xiaomi Redmi Pro is very well built. It's much more premium than the Cool 1, but again, remember that the pricing is very different here. This is much lower than the Xiaomi Redmi Pro. I invite you to watch my videos on the Xiaomi Redmi Pro and my videos on the Cool 1, including the one I just posted like earlier today, which is a camera comparison between those two devices. So, if you enjoy watching the video, please give me a thumbs up, that would help me a lot. Please leave your comments below, so that could be comments, so positive and negative / constructive criticisms. Could be also suggestions and could be requests for new videos. Please bear in mind, it's not my job to do that. I do that because I like helping people, but I've got less and less time, so those videos take so much time. Please subscribe if you like the videos and want to be informed as soon as I post a new one. And I see you in the next video. Thank you guys.